Greetings of peace, love, and light. Assalamu alaikum. I want to do a quick review of a book that I've just started reading. Well, it's not the whole book. What I have is a segment of the book, or Manic Aggressive Personality Disorder. It's the study of and research of Dr. Mauricelmleimillere, who is a clinical psychotherapist. I'm starting to read this book, and I felt very inspired to share and to make a quick review about it, just because I feel that this is so needed in our communities right now. Nobody's really talking about mental health as much as it needs to be discussed. So I'm very grateful to have this book in my hand and be able to share with you what I've been reading. I'd like to just read a segment of it, so you can get a feel of the book. Just the first paragraph in this thing, already gives you a good feel. And I've read more, of course, but I'm just going to read the first paragraph for you all. And this is not even the first chapter of the book. The introduction is so powerful, and it's wordy, I'm going to just read it. How about that? In order to understand the severity of cognitive, mental, or behavioral illness amid the Pan-African community worldwide, whether functional or dysfunctional, one must research or explore the very machinery to make such disaster possible. The Atlantic slave trade is very critical concerning mental illnesses amid Pan-African races in variation in vast African populations of past, present, and future proportions. The African populace is suffering from maladjustment or inability to react successfully and satisfactorily to the demands of one's environment. It is important to note, though the term may implicate an individual inability through a wide range of social and biological conditions, it implies a specimen's lack to achieve their social and cultural expectations. In psychology, maladjustment generally refers to unacceptable behavior patterns that cause anxiety and require psychotherapy. The black race is experiencing major psychosis and major mood disorders. Psychosis is a non-specific diagnosis, but it describes nomenclatures used for a class of mental illnesses or disorders including delusions. Also, hallucinations or sounds and glimpses imagined while awake or conscious in the absence of any external stimulus. Consequently, psychosis can be defined as a loss of contact with reality. It is an accepted theory among psychiatrists, psychologists, psychotherapists, and workers of the mental health community that psychosis and persistent mood disorders result from chemical imbalances in the brain and around such. These imbalances create psychotic states. Psychotic states can be caused by drugs such as meth, LSD, or prolonged use of amphetamines. But much of the mental health community are attributing the condition to decrease in brain or cranial fluid, such as serotonin. Okay, I'm going to stop right there because the rest of this introduction goes into schizophrenia, major depression, manic syndrome, bipolar disorder, delusional disorder, and more. I guess just to give you some groundwork to go off of for someone who may not understand what these ideas or terms mean as it relates to psychology or psychotherapy, so that you can understand the rest of what's being discussed in the book. Now, I want to say I have to commend this brother because he goes out of his way to say that to separate how our experiences has created for us a separate set of issues and psychological issues, and how life in general affects us differently on a psychological level, and how even these disorders or illnesses affect us differently, and how we just have, it's powerful. It's powerful. It goes on to say, the issue that's created when mental illness and trauma is not addressed, and people are forced to act as if and to still perform as if, nothing has occurred to them. Like in the example of, when, like in slavery, you get beat, whipped, whatever, you just had a baby or whatever's going on, or you're sick, and you're still expected to perform as if nothing's wrong with you. And that's kind of the state. Marcel, wait. That's kind of the state that people are in now. He's putting oatmeal all over me. Wait, you're dirty. Wait. That's kind of what we're dealing with as a people. Like I said, I think it's a powerful book. If you don't have it, I think you should get it. Get the research. It's only $25. And it's worth it. So this is the end of my review of Manic Aggressive Personality Disorder. Studying research by Dr. drmauricelmleimillere. Much needed in our communities. I think it's good for all of us to know about mental health as it relates to us specifically. And I think it's good it's good to know. It's good information. All right? Peace, love, and light.